Oh, Wayner! Something's a brewing.
Something's a brewing.
Cheers, buddy. All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Frozen Oil as we continue to march towards Lord Stanley. Wayner, I wish I could have bottled up your joy and sent it all over the world because there would be world peace. That's how happy you were. It was awesome. I was so happy too. Let's not forget that. And the Edmonton Oilers, in Edmonton Oilers fashion, come through in OT. Leon Draisaitl to take Game 4, even this series up, and just amazing. Wayne, I know you made some notes during the game, and I know you want to share those off the top of the episode. So, welcome everyone to the Game 4 recap. We're coming at you the next day. We were not available to do the episode immediately after the overtime. We'll just leave it at that. But Wayner, first of all, I thought it was worthy to note.
Yes.
Welcome back to the studio.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Definitely a special occasion after that big Game 4 win. But let me give you my notes here.
All right. Can you speak louder?
Can't control our sticks. What the hell happened to our penalty kill? Florida's power play looks like ours back when ours was good. All notes I had after the first period.
All right.
Before that game turned into an instant classic.
Instant classic.
Led by Mr. OT himself. I think it's time he's named Mr. OT. Leon Draisaitl.
I like Agent OT, but
Agent OT also works. We'll take that, and we'll take any suggestions you have in the comments. But what a performance by one of the best clutch players of all time. Leon Draisaitl put the team on his back along with other Oilers. And we'll get into all of them. But fittingly, Draisaitl scores that goal. And we're sitting here unbelievably tied 2-2.
Where
do we start?
I wanted to record immediately after the game, but obviously we weren't in a position to do that.
Yeah.
But
We were celebrating like most other.
we have to try, for our awesome viewers here on this channel, we have to try to bring that energy back, because we need to try to explain just what happened. Just what exactly, let's walk all our viewers through what exactly happened from the perspective of a die-hard Oiler fan. So, as you said, we're down 3-0 in the first period.
Yeah.
It was
Disastrous.
I mean, disasters, putting it lightly. It was looking like basically Game 3 again.
Right.
Was going to repeat itself.
Right.
And then it begins.
Run out of the building. Yeah.
Then it begins. We get a goal in the second period from Nugent Hopkins to make it 3-1 on the power play.
Unbelievable snipe. Great pass by Dry.
Then, out of nowhere, Darnell Nurse, been saying it all series, you got to go high on Bobrovsky. And he sneaks in from the point and shelfs one to make it 3-2. Then, Pods.
You could feel something a brewing at that point. You could feel something a brewing.
Then Podkolzin ties the game to make it 3-3.
Yeah.
Then,
and you could just feel the energy. You could just feel it all come down like a swarm. And it just collected into a big storm. And then it was like, you can't stop them. Continue.
Jake Wallman with an unbelievable one-timer.
Yeah.
We take the lead.
Yeah. Let's give credit
And we are ready to celebrate And in typical Oiler fan fashion,
It's not going to be that easy.
never that easy. Never that easy. Your heart rate has to, for some reason,
It's going like a roller.
go to the moon. Heart rate, your blood pressure, your stress levels, whatever you want to name it. As I've said multiple times, Wayne, the hardest team in professional sports, as far as roller coasters of emotions go, to cheer for, the Edmonton Oilers, they're not going to let you down. Of course not. They have to let Florida tie it.
Yeah.
Which was number 2, by the way, in Stanley Cup final history for latest goal to be scored in a game to tie a game.
Was it that high? Okay.
Yeah, number 1 was 2 games ago, Corey Perry.
Okay.
So I mean, we tie this game gets tied up and everybody just drops. It's crazy. And then in overtime, on what seemed to be an attempt to pass to Corey Perry,
Yeah. Definitely was.
Leon Draisaitl somehow sneaks it through Bobrovsky's legs, and this series is tied 2 games apiece, with the Oilers coming back to home ice, to a rockin' barn, and on top of that, Connor McDavid's show hasn't even begun yet. So, I mean,
If you went to,
you gotta pump up.
if
a
you
little bit
went,
here. You gotta pump
if
up.
you went to some of the best writers in Hollywood and told them to write that script, they would not sign off on it. They would be like, "This is too unbelievable. Nobody. This is too
Absolute
fiction."
Absolute cinema.
How anybody can watch that game and seek any other, I guess, drama in their TV viewing. All you got to do is watch the Stanley Cup playoffs, and specifically this series, and you got all the drama you need. Unbelievable series so far. Unbelievable games by 2 titans going to war with each other. I truly believe they're the 2 best teams by a mile in the league, playing right now at their best. And we're just going toe to toe. And as 3 overtime games show us, 3 out of the 4 games have gone to overtime. 2 of them double overtime. Am I right about that? 2 of them double overtime.
3 out of 4 games
Very closely
in OT.
played series, with the exception, of course, of Game 3, which turned into, I believe, a positive for the Oilers. It gave them a chance to reset. It didn't look that way after the first, but Corey Perry goes into the intermission. He says what he needs to say as a veteran on this team, as the old man on this team,
Old
with
man
some
power.
history, with a Stanley Cup ring himself, goes in, does what he has, says what he has to say in the locker
Old
room.
man power, as
And-
producer Sam loves to tweet out every time he
And
scores.
then we come out in the second and totally flip that game around. Like,
We're not gonna
so
talk.
proud of the guys, so proud of the whole team, so proud of everybody that put in that effort.
We don't want to complain. In fact, we got some positive comments from some Floridian fans about the fact that we don't complain about things too much on this channel, and maybe they haven't seen some of the episodes of me solo. But to me, I think the ice is a factor. The puck seems to bounce around mysteriously at some moments, and that's to the Panthers' advantage. That's their home ice. So I really think now that it's down to a best of 3, Wayne, and we have home ice in 2 of those games, that's going to be a huge factor. It's a huge factor.
You'd think it is, and let's for Oiler fans, let's hope it is. But absolutely, the ice isn't going to be as good as what we're going to get here at Rogers. But what a way to come back and tie that series. No quit in this group. No, hey, let's just mail it in and look for the next one. No. 3-0. Lots of time left.
We got to head over to some stats.
Okay, let's do it.
And before we do that,
How did this happen? Yes.
we are at 981 subscribers. We did release a Office spoof video. I don't know if you had a chance to check that out, but we worked hard on that one. Shout out to producer Matt and writer Jeff for helping us with that one, and all the boys from Frozen Oil. I know none of you guys know how to act or anything like that, myself included, but I thought it turned out pretty funny, and hope you guys can check that out and support the video. So we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We are 19 subscribers away from hitting 1K, so please consider hitting that subscribe button and supporting the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And we are going to move on quickly. We're already at 11 minutes, Wayner. I don't want to have to edit this thing. We are going quickly.
Let's keep her going.
We're going quickly. We're going quickly to the stats here. Final score, 5-4 Oilers. And, I mean, look at this first period. The shots for Florida are 17-7. At one point, I think it was 15-2 or something like that.
More bad penalties
Just
on our part. Yeah.
Utter domination. Way too many penalties, as you say. Finals stats, shots on goal, 40-35 in favor of Florida. We haven't even got to the Pickard part yet.
No, wait till we get.
We haven't even got to the Pickard part yet. Face-offs. This is one of the first time I've seen even numbers. 50-50 on face-offs. Power play, Oilers 1 for 4. That still needs to improve. Hopefully the power play comes out in Game 5 on home ice. The Panthers go 2 for 4. Their power play continues to shine. Hits 34-25 in favor of the Panthers. And block shots 28 for the Oilers to 13 for the Panthers. Giveaways pretty much even. Those are your stats. I do, as always, want to run on down to some of these Oilers stats, because some of the time on ice for some of our players, especially on D. I mean, look at this. Evan Bouchard, 30 minutes and 38 seconds. I thought he had an amazing game. Ekholm, almost 28 minutes, +2. Nurse, a massive game, almost 25 minutes of ice time. A goal and an assist. Major assist on Podkolzin's goal. Big shout out to Dr. 25. And, I mean, everybody else, Wallman, you know, Stetcher, Kulak, everybody did, I mean, enough to get this W. In some cases, more than enough. But, I mean, 2 goals from our defensive core.
Well, Stetcher only played 4 minutes and 18 seconds because he got benched.
Yeah,
that giveaway. That was a bad giveaway in his part for Florida's 3rd goal to end the first period.
There's just
yes, he was high sticked. I know some people might say, "Well, he was high sticked." No, he gave away the puck before that. Let's not let him off the hook. But he's been great for us. He's been great for us when he's been put in. Last night, obviously, he had a tough game. He was the only Oiler.
I think with our defensive core, doesn't matter who you plug in, the margins are just so thin against the Panthers.
Yes.
It's so hard to not give up a couple of goals with that forecheck, especially for a guy like Stetcher that's coming in fresh into the finals. He had an outstanding playoff run before this, and he got burnt on that play, but that's what I mean. The margins are just so razor thin that you could stand out in a moment like that. He did, unfortunately, but overall, I've loved his play throughout the playoffs. He's been
fantastic. It was just one tough bad game.
Exactly.
And Knobloch did the right thing and sat him.
And then Calvin Pickard makes 22 saves on 23 shots, allows 1 goal, that last second tying goal.
Unbelievable.
To have a save percentage of .957, and what a save he made in overtime.
Oh.
For that shot, I mean...
Bennett's one-timer, he just gets a piece of it with his glove, then it tips up over and it hits the crossbar and goes out.
Bennett's been absolutely on fire.
For Pickard to get a piece of that, obviously, I think it saved our season.
Bennett has been absolutely on fire, Wayner. Yeah. And for us to make that save in that moment, get some help from the crossbar, I felt at that moment like,
That's what Pickard does. He gives us the right saves at the right time. Now we got to touch on this. I thought Skinner coincidentally enough, even though he allowed 3 goals in the first period, I thought he was fantastic after that. In the first, they were all over us. Florida was peppering us, and to be honest with you, it could have been worse than 3-0. So
could have easily been 5-0.
We want to make note of that. It wasn't that Skinner played bad. However, for whatever reason, when this guy Pickard goes in net, it's like a magic spell comes over the team, and they just happen to just tighten up, and Pickard comes up with these timely saves, such as the one we're referring to in overtime. Unbelievable.
And I don't think there's been a team in playoff history that's ran a goalie tandem the way the Oilers have this season.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
I
mean, both goalies have come up with gigantic wins. They've both pulled their fair share. It doesn't matter who's in the crease. If we get to raise the Stanley Cup, they're both very deserving of rings. It doesn't matter who's in the crease. But having said that, Calvin Pickard, something about him. I love how in the pregame he came up there because the backup goalie for the Panthers, Vanacek was kind of talking some stuff, and then he said in an interview after the game that he went over there to kind of support Stu, and he hadn't chirped in a while, so there was something going on between the goal, and that's what I love about kind of their dynamic together. Is Pickard is like this older brother kind of figure to Stuart Skinner, and for him to come in that situation before the game even started, you know the quality of human being Calvin Pickard is. He's such a good guy. He's such a team guy, and the boys just, like you said, seem to play super hard when he gets his opportunity. 7-0 now, Pickard. So
I'm telling you, I can't describe it.
Knock on wood. Man, this guy's rocking it. Let's head on over to the favorite part of the show, which is Twitter X, Wayner. And you want to let our fine viewers know our handles here? You want to read this out?
Yeah, sure. You can follow us. We're on Twitter /X and Instagram, as well as TikTok. Please follow us at Frozen Oil Hockey.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
It's great content. You won't be disappointed.
Nicely done. And let's do that. Let's head on over to X, because there is so much.
Wow, look at that.
To share. And we're going to start it off with good morning, Oiler fans. This is from Chill Ranford, the coolest handle in Twitterverse, at Chill Ranford. Good morning, Oiler fans. 2 wins to go. We're 2 wins away. Crazy, the 35-year wait. And just look at how cool this picture is of Calvin Pickard. I mean, he's a good, foot off the ice there? Yeah. I mean, how tall are those? How tall are those skates? Oh my God, I didn't switch it over. I mean, we're talking here, and this thing's not even there. Here we go. Look at that photo. Once again from Chill Ranford. Look at how cool this photo is here of Calvin Pickard. How happy is he? That's Stetcher coming in to congratulate him.
Goosebumps.
Just amazing. And I wanted to make this the first kind of comment we went because it's just like mentioning the morning and good morning, Oiler fans. And just how awesome was it? I mean,
I woke up today feeling, did I dream that?
Just walk me through of what you thought when you opened your eyes.
I opened my eyes, I'm like, I don't care what happens today. It's gonna be a great day. It doesn't matter. Anything can happen. It's gonna be a great day. Last night was one of the best nights an Oiler fan can ask for. It was one of the best nights in our history. To come back from an epic game like that with a classic like that. And by the way, on the same day, this stud Draisaitl was denied the Hart Trophy. I don't know who's voting on this award, but he was denied the Hart Trophy on the same day. He says, "You know what? That's not the MVP trophy I want. I'm gonna put my name in the running for the other MVP trophy that they give out in the season, which is the Conn Smythe, which is the one he actually wants. So don't worry about that Hart. Hellebuck can have it this year. It's all good. Draisaitl doesn't want it.
No.
He's coming for the Conn Smythe.
Now your voice is starting to come out loud.
Let's
and
go.
clear. All right, next one from Sportsnet Stats, Wayner. Oilers are the 7th team in Stanley Cup final history to rally to victory from a 3-goal deficit. And let's just run through these teams. The Canadiens in 1919 versus Seattle. The Leafs in 1936. I mean, we're going back 100 years here for some of these stats. Against Detroit. The Canadiens in 44 against Chicago. And look who it happened against.
Flyers coming back against
Edmonton. Flyers did it to us. And the Oilers on this the Oilers are on the bad end of this list twice before last night. Penguins in 92 versus Chicago. The Hurricanes in 06 versus Edmonton. And then the Oilers get on the right side of things. That's how this season has gone. I've called this season the revenge tour for the Oilers. And I mean,
fitting.
It's just, it continues. Like, now we get on the good side of this list, you know? So, I mean, we've been on so many of bad bounces and bad luck things to occur that totally switch the tides in series. I mean, look, our name is mentioned twice here. 87 and 06. Like, you know what I mean? You're not seeing a lot of other teams here, right? So, I mean, just amazing that we can just keep doing this stuff and keep rewriting history. It's awesome. Next one from friend of the show, Eric Friesen. Shout out Eric Friesen. Oilers Connor McDavid joins Wayne Gretzky as the only player in NHL history to record 4 consecutive 100 assist seasons, including playoffs. Like,
congratulations, terrific. I'm sure he doesn't care right now.
He's got 6 assists in this final, and I'm telling you, he is going to have a monstrous game. Next game, I cannot wait.
Can't wait to get into that. Let's go.
Rainer, read this one out. Who is it from?
It's from 31 at Island_Oiler.
Let's go.
I can't effing take this shit, man. Too old. What a wild win, man. Gotta be lucky to be good and good to be lucky. Hell of an effort after an awful start. That was a must game, in my opinion. Absolutely right. I think he's dead on there. Absolutely a must win. I know we came back down 3 games last year, but for whatever reason, if we had gone down 3-1 against the Panthers, I don't think we'd come back and win 3 straight against this club this year. Florida's looking better than they did last year. As are we, but it just, there's no way we're coming back and doing that again. So absolutely a must win. And we pull it out. Unbelievably, we're sitting here and we pull it out.
So I wanted to focus a little bit on this one because of this too old, can't take this anymore. And I got so many messages during the game of people saying, like, I can't handle this. This is nuts. I gotta leave. I gotta go for a walk. I gotta go do something. Whatever it is, there was a lot of anxious people, especially in that wait between the third period and the overtime to start. And it's just like, once again, that's Oiler hockey, and that's why it's so important for us to get to the promised land, because I don't know how much more we can handle this. Like, this is insane.
You almost have to sign a waiver before you become an Oiler fan.
Yeah,
because
it's like trying one of those hot sauces.
You're on a roller. You're going on a roller coaster, and it could take you as high as you want to go, and it could take you as low as you want to go. You have to be prepared, and it's not for the faint of heart. So.
Next one from David Staples. I go into every Oilers game thinking, be fantastic if the Oilers just blew them out. Now, stress, no fuss, no anger, no crazy stuff. And every game, I am deeply disappointed. And those are my exact thoughts. I think those are yours too. David Staples just put it in a nice post here. But, I mean, yeah, I can't wait for that game. Hopefully it's game 5 where the Oilers just have a smooth, big victory with no stress, no nothing.
Well, count on it, though.
Can't come soon enough. Next one from Sportsnet. Jeff Skinner giving Dmitry Kulikov a pat on the back after the Oilers' second of the night. And I wanted to show that because Skinner and his line of Frederick and I believe it was Henrique, I think they had... that line had a little bit of chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Skinner played great, by the way, coming in. He
did. Great. He had a few shots on net. He was dangerous all night. I love him in there.
We're talking Jeff Skinner.
We're talking Jeff Skinner, yes. I mean, I don't know how many shots Stuart Skinner is going to get in the game, but thanks for clarifying. So, yeah, shout out to Jay Skins. What an amazing game. And here it is, Wayner. Here it is. We'll start it over because we got to hear Jack.
Change. Breaking free is Draisaitl to the net. Score! Leon Draisaitl has tied the series with his 4th OT winner of the
Listen
playoffs.
to Jack here.
Final score, Edmonton 5, Florida 4, in overtime.
That's our boy, Jack.
I mean, Jack has to go through the stresses that we go through, but he has to make that call. And after I heard that, I wanted somebody to check on Jack because hopefully he's okay after that call because, oh my God, did he put... And that also plays into your instant classic, Wayne. I mean, the commentating...
Unbelievable.
It makes a big difference, and what a call that was.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Both. Chris Cuthbert as well on the TV side. We're talking in the Canadian the Canadian version. And the American guy, I'm sorry, his name is escaping me, but he's also very good. The calls, the announcers in this series have been unreal.
Next one from the NHL themselves. Leon Draisaitl is the overtime king in the Stanley Cup Finals. Most overtime goals in a single postseason. Leon Draisaitl, he has 4, and he is the first person, again, rewriting more history. You would think with Messier and Gretzky, it's going to be so hard to rewrite history because their stats have, lasted the test of time till now, a lot of them. And the fact that Draisaitl and McDavid are encroaching on these amazing stats. Even Bouchard is encroaching on stats of Bobby Orr. It's crazy. It's just so crazy. And a show that's so biased about the Oilers, we got to mention that. We got to mention that.
100%. Proud of you guys, man. Look at that. Record of teams leading by 3+ after the first period in the Stanley Cup Finals. 37-1. 38 times they've been up. A team has been up on another team in the Stanley Cup Final by 3 or more goals after the first period. And 37 times they went on to win the game. Except for last night. And the Oilers came back and put the 1 there to blemish that record. As the revenge tour continues.
The revenge tour continues, and we continue to rewrite history and our past. Unbelievable. This is what I was alluding to earlier. This one from Sean Pangs. Panthers netminder Vitek Vanacek went in for pre-game stare down with Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. Post-game, he was caught staring again, this time at the Oilers duo hugging it out after the massive win. And there he is trying to get in the head of Skinner. And there he is looking at them hugging. So funny how that worked out. Next one from Put It In Dry. The Oilers won, and I legit just hit every green light in St. Albert. Thank you, Jesus. And I have to say, is it even possible to hit every green light in St. Albert? Because I've been down St. Albert Trail a few times. And it is almost impossible to hit every green lights, except, I guess, yesterday. So, we both believe that there's divine intervention involved. That's why I brought this up.
100%. There's no other way to explain this. And I was going to touch on it later. God might be my stud of the night, if I may say that. God forgive me for saying that. But you stepped in last night. You answered our prayers after the first period. How many Oiler fans were praying for something to change and for you to answer our prayers?
You took a good 5-minute prayer break.
I did.
I was just like,
I did.
Wow, Wayne is nervous.
It was in between the third and overtime.
I think what you're trying to get at is there's hockey god's intervention, and then there's the divine intervention.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel that Quinton Byfield not clearing that puck in round 1 to make it a 3-1 series for the Kings. All he has to do is chip it over that blue line. And he decides to make a stick handle move.
Yeah.
I believe that that's divine intervention.
Well, and it's continuing right now.
Yeah.
It's continuing right now in this final. To come back from last night, something else had to be at play there, and we're a team of destiny this year. I don't know. I just truly believe it. I truly believe it. It feels different. So let's hope we can finish it off. I don't see why this would all be for nothing, but
well, we gotta keep it going and keep the faith. So, next one here, as usual, from Captain Jack. A funny one. Captain Jack, it was 3-0. Call the ambulance, but not for me. Obviously, a famous one there of an Uno reverse, but he photoshopped an Oiler jersey on there pretty well, so I wanted to share that one. This one from Canada Goose. The world is going to hell, but the Oilers won. So, and isn't that how it feels, Wayne? It's so crazy how, I mean, there's so much more bigger things around the world that are going on. And, you know.
That's all for the Rich and Wayne Future podcast.
I hope so. But, I mean, when it comes down to Oiler playoff hockey, I mean, I can't think of a more of a way to seclude yourself from whatever else is going on around the world.
Yeah, it definitely helps take your mind off of world events.
Yeah,
right now. So
and getting a victory too.
Absolutely.
Just the positive vibes. I mean, I was cut off today.
So many positives.
Driving on the Anthony Henday day. I cut off today on the Anthony Henday. Whoever that was, I did not care. Because the Oilers won. Yeah. And I was like, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, nothing. Zero mad. No middle finger. No try to catch up. And, you know, what are you doing? Nothing. Just go about your day. I don't care. Because the Edmonton Oilers won Game 4. Almost done these tweets here, Wayner. Next one from DNL, Leon Draisaitl. Has the most OT winners in a single postseason in NHL history. Austin Matthews could never. And once again, DNL, he just does not hold back.
A shot to the Leafs fans.
Here we are, Wayner. We are tied up at 2.
Yes.
We have home ice advantage for 2 games out of the 3.
Yes.
Connor McDavid volcano has yet to erupt.
Yes.
Pickard should be starting in between the pipes tomorrow. Yes. Or on Saturday.
Yes.
Just got to stay out of that penalty box in the first period.
Yes. We got to fix that. Control our sticks.
But, like, I mean, we're 2 wins away.
Get the power play going a little bit more.
We're 2 wins away. Hopefully, we can get there. Hopefully, we can last through this to get there. So, yeah, shout out to everyone that has taken the time to watch all of our recent content. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
you're the reason why we're out here doing this, and why we're taking the time to do this. So thank you.
981 reasons we're doing this. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone that we've interacted with on social media. Thanks to everyone that has donated prizes to our live streams. Shout out to all of you. That's unbelievable.
We appreciate the positivity and we want to spread that positive energy around.
Yeah, it's all about the positivity and the love, and
we got to do studs of the night.
The best part for last.
Yeah.
Our studs of the night.
Studs of
Wayne,
the night.
I'm gonna go first.
Please do.
Okay, I'm gonna go first.
We got a million to choose from.
There's so many to choose from. But my stud of the night, let's just make this quick, is between the pipes. Calvin Pickard, you're my stud of the night. Thank you so much for those saves and getting us that W.
Wow.
Stud of the night.
I'm telling you.
Capital.
It's magic. It's magic with this guy. I don't know how he's doing it. It's unbelievable. But since you went with Pickard, honestly, can I say God? Is God an option for me? Okay,
let's stick to the player on that.
Other than divine intervention, okay. I got a few what do you call them? Runner-ups that I'd like to mention. Knobloch, great move. The Stones again to after Skinner didn't have a bad first period to say I'm gonna just switch it up, give the team a jolt and go to Pickard for the second. I thought that was fantastic coaching. I thought Nurse played a hell of a game. I thought Nuge played a hell of a game, especially on his forecheck on that Wallman goal. If you notice before that goal, he was behind the net. He was a dog on the bone. But I got to give it to Draisaitl. He's when we need a hero to put his cape on and come and pull us out of the fire. This guy just comes up huge. He's been unbelievable. He's been clutch. He's been King Leon. He's been all the adjectives. We got as many for him now as we do McDavid. Honestly, that's how big he's been. And for him to break records and to score that goal, even though it went off Florida's defenseman and we got a lucky bounce there, he still was one-handing it, trying to get it over to Corey Perry. That effort to do that and the strength to hold off a Florida Panther who was staying with him the whole way. I mean, obviously that's not easy to do, and just playing well all postseason for the most part. Leon Draisaitl, you're my stud of the night.
Fantastic choice. I think both our choices were great, to be honest with you.
There were so many.
I just want the Oilers to win. I want the Oilers to win Game 5 like a blowout. Like
give us a break.
Yeah, like 10-0 or something like that. But just so we don't have to worry too much. But we'll see. So we got the momentum winner. We're 2 wins away.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do it for the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And most importantly,
go Oilers, go.
Go Oilers, go.
Frozen or hockey, the channel you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. Wait for David leading, we're built to exceed.